Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am working in my December project and I've decided that I'm going to do the 4 3x4s. I have this Instax photo that is still coming up. It's of our fireplace. So let's see what I can do. Okay, so I'm going to start out with this mirror stock from Brutus Monroe and I am super excited. It's actually only going to show a tiny little bit of the super shininess around the outside, kind of like a border. I grabbed this silver polka dot vellum and then that I cut down to 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 so that I can place it on top of the shiny red stuff. Now I think I'm being super smart and only put adhesive down underneath of the silver dots, but of course some of my adhesive goes outside of the silver dot and I don't really fix it. I do peel up a little bit later and just fix one of the dots, but you can still see some of my adhesive through the vellum, and honestly guys, I'm not that worried about it. I fixed the one, and the other ones I figured that's just character. So I grab my little silver hearts and then I decide that I'm going to layer that over some of this plaid washi tape. I do use my grid mat to make sure that my plaid tape is evenly going across my card right here. I layer up that silver sticker. Now this is a thin sticker, so if you look super close, you can see the lines where it layers over top of the washi tape. But like I said, I'm not worrying about it today. I do use a brad just to layer over top of that as well, just to give it a little something, a little bit of extra dimension. And then I washi tape the brad tines that poke on the back, because you guys know I have a thing where I have to have the backs of my pages taped if anything is poking through or ripped or anything like that. It just drives me crazy if it's not. Now I'm going to spend way too long picking a paper to go ahead and place this Instax photo on top of. So I think what the struggle is the Instax photos don't exactly center in a 3x4 pocket. So they're a little bit off. You could trim down your Instax photos. I've done that in the past. I don't know if you really should. I don't know if it's really recommended. I know back the old Polaroids, like original Polaroids, you weren't supposed to because of chemicals or whatever. This one, I have no idea. But I'm not cutting it down today. So I grab my labels. This time I grab the black one just because I felt like I needed that little bit of pop of dark color there. I'm going to layer that directly over top of the Instax photo, and I'm not going to pop it up at all. Now, it does lean down a little bit from the Instax photo to the polka dotted paper, but like I said, the name of the game today, guys, is we're not worrying about it. It's not going to stress me out. So I put my 1 and my 7 down there, and then I grab this little puffy sticker that says Mary, and I go ahead and layer that over the label as well. It brings that red, the red polka dots are kind of like in the background, but I feel like when I put that Mary up there, it kind of brought the red out a little bit more. Not that, you were kind of looking over it without really seeing it before, but I just felt like it helped. So now I'm going to trim down my poinsettia paper here, and I was thinking about trimming it down and having a border around it, but I decided not to do that. So I have the poinsettia paper, and now I'm like, this is just going to be something pretty. It's just going to be decorative. Now I got to figure out what decoration I am going to put on there. I thought about bringing in that little journaling piece that I had cut apart earlier, but even though I liked it, I really wanted to use the poinsettia side, and I like that piece better on the other side. So now we're going to use the poinsettia side, and I'm going to bring in a little bit more of that silver color with these Love from Lizzie peel-offs. And this one peel-off, I don't know what it was. It just wasn't working for me, so I trashed it. And then I figured the real problem was my little scissors has a bunch of foam tape gunk on it. So I'm just using my adhesive eraser to rub that off. This is a great way to not tear up your fingers while you're getting sticky stuff off of your scissors. Those little adhesive erasers are gems. They just, they're just great. And you just pull off or cut off the little adhesive boogies that form on them and throw them away. So there we go. I am going to go ahead and run that silver peel off all the way around the edge. I don't do it on the edge where it is white, but instead I do it where the cream and the white combine. And I feel like that was a great way to acknowledge that there is cream and white, and I'm not trying to like cover it up or conceal it in any way. I'm just going for the cream and white together. So I am going to pop that up on a little bit of fun foam, and we're using the blue fun foam because you can't see underneath of it, so it doesn't matter what color's under there. Now I have one more rectangle to do, one more 3x4 rectangle, and this has got to be where my journaling goes. Not that I feel like I have to have journaling on every single page, but I'm kind of on a roll with it right now, and I figured let's add some. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to decorate the card. I just was thinking about using this poinsettia, but it was just a little bit too large for what I wanted. So that bad boy is going to go back onto the sticker sheet. And then I think I decide first to, nope, I decide later. So I layer up the sled, and then I also layer up the Naughty Coal Company. We're going to put that on a little bit of fun foam as well, and they're just going to layer on top of each other. And in my head, this works with a fireplace photo because, sometimes when I picture like Christmas fireplaces, I do see a sled kind of leaning up against it. And plus I figured coal, fireplace, it all works. Now I'm going to cut out another red square. This one's going to be 3x4, and I trim down that grid paper to, again, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 so that I have that red edge around. I decide to put my two bordered cards diagonally across from each other. And then I'm looking at this and I'm like, I need a little something. It needs a little something. So I grab this puffy silver star and I'm just going to glue that directly onto the sled. It's not meant to look like it's part of the sled. It just needed something a little fancy right there. And then I grab my silver foil rub-ons and I kind of line it up so that it is on the top line here of my grid card. And I rub that down, and that makes me happy. So now I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling. It isn't super thought out or thought-provoking at all. It's been a long day, guys. It says, I do love the fireplace in December. It just gives a nice cozy touch to our lives. It's a gas fireplace, so we don't have to deal with any mess, which is good because, I don't feel like dealing with logs and ashes and all that kind of nonsense. So the gas fireplace is a nice little touch. That is going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Ring the bell. You'll get notifications when I post videos, which, fun fact, is every single day. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.